Oh, make me over.
Hi everybody, so today is day 7 of the 30-day challenge, and today's topic is a high school experience. When I think of high school, I think of a lot of good times, a lot of, there was a few bad moments, but most of all, my high school experiences are all pretty good. Yeah, I really enjoyed high school. I had a lot of fun, and a lot of those fun times were spent with a lot of amazing, fun, really good people. And those people should know who they are because we all pretty much hung around within the same group. When I also think of high school, I also think of Cali. And hi Callie, if you're watching, I'm about to talk about you, so if it's, if you don't want me to, then sorry, but, you were a big part in, my high school life, so we can't leave you out. So yeah, in regards to Callie, Callie was my best friend throughout high school. High school, Callie was my best friend at the moment. So she and I went through a lot of stuff together, and she knows, and I'm sure now we think back and, we probably laugh about it, because she and I we were pretty crazy. I remember she and I used to keep, I don't know which one of us, I think it was me, but we created this little tiny notebook in which each day we would pass the notebook back and forth to each other, and each day we would write like some kind of funny, weird quote. I think she ended up keeping the notebook at the end, but I don't know what happened to it. I kind of wish I had it. Although I actually did find a letter that she had given me, and if you can see that right there, it's a card for being best friends. And it was actually kind of funny because it starts off by saying, being your best friend is the best thing that ever happened to me because, and when you open it, she had listed 25 things of why, us being best friends was such a good thing. And one of the things that she mentioned on here that really had me cracking up, and that's a really good experience, or it's a really good memory. Actually, you know what, I think I might be confusing an experience with a memory, but it doesn't matter. It's still, experiences that we lived through, even though they probably weren't, serious things. They were pretty hilarious, but yeah, anyways. So yeah, she mentioned in her letter that being my best friend, or yeah, her being my best friend was the best thing because she said that no one else would agree that hiding the forbidden chips in an oven is a good idea. And you guys won't know what the forbidden chips are because you weren't there. But what it was about was that my brother, he had bought a bag of Doritos, and normally, or not normally, but sometimes when my parents would buy things and they would let us pick something, it would be for that person. But anyways, my brother had this bag of Doritos, and I remember Callie and I had come home from school, and she had come over to my house, and we were really hungry, and there was nothing else to eat at my house except for my brother's Doritos. So, you know, both of us being the little, sneaks that we were, we started eating his chips. And I knew that if my brother discovered us, I would probably hear about it. So he ended up coming home while we were in the middle of eating these chips, and we could not think of where to hide these chips. So we actually stuffed them into the oven. I don't know why we did that. We could have put it back in the cabinet, but for some reason we decided to stick it in the oven, and yeah, so that was funny. And then actually, guys, if you ever get dared to wear a towel on your head to school, I'm telling you now, don't do it. Because, like, yeah, I mean, it's not the brightest idea, and I mean, you kind of probably look really silly with a towel on your head, but yeah, don't do it. And that's all I'm gonna say about that, so yeah. But anyways, oh, and I did find a picture of her and I, so if you guys can see that too. Yeah, that's her and I together. But anyways, yeah, so high school in itself is full of experiences, be it good, be it bad. And you just kind of have to, like, I don't know, you just have to get through them, like, everything in life is a learning lesson, I think. And, you make mistakes, and, you learn from them, or you continue on making mistakes, and, eventually, hopefully, you learn from them. But, yeah, like, I know one thing that I learned or that I think back of, and I wish that I probably wouldn't have done, was the fact that in my 11th grade year, I actually became a little bit of a rebel here, just because I remember I got my first boyfriend in 11th grade, and he and I wanted to spend, a lot of time together. So, eventually we started cutting school, and we cut a lot of times, and eventually it impacted our grades, and, we were missing out on school a lot because we had such a fun time out of school that, we kind of just would cut all the time. And now that I think back, I'm like, gosh, like, my entire 11th grade year, I pretty much missed out on half of the school year. And Callie would know because, she would always tell me, oh, are you going to stay in school or whatever? And I would be like, yeah, yeah. And then, for some reason or another, I would end up cutting. And I actually, going from getting A's and B's, I actually was getting really bad grades due to the fact that I wasn't going to school. So, but, I kind of look back on that, and I kind of wish that I wouldn't have done that as much, although, at the time, it's, it's a lot of fun, and, you're out doing your own thing. But, like, I kind of wish that I wouldn't have done that because, it kind of, I don't know, it made me just, kind of lose I kind of wasn't, interested in school, and I was always doing so good in school. And then that year, because, I was doing bad, my senior year, I really had to get things together and, get back, you know, and to try to fix what I had done in 11th grade. And that was very hard, but I did it, and, but...
Oh, make me over.